welcome back to Claire's Clues. On today's video, we'll be talking about the book Outliers by Malcolm Gladwell. See, in this book, he talks about how outliers are people that don't necessarily fit into our conventional understanding of achievement or success. Now, although these people generally aren't born extraordinary, talented, or fortunate, they still find or manage to find a way where they can reach a level or degree of success, whatever that might be for them. Now, he's got 3 key points in this book, so let's start with number 1. And number 1, he says, success has a degree of opportunity. So he goes on to say how he criticises that hard work leads to success. Now, a great example of this would be to say, if you worked a 9-to-5 job, and you've been at this job for 10, 15, or 20 plus years. Now, your job in particular, you might find you've put all your time and effort and energy, all your hard work into this one job to be the absolute best at whatever it is you do. But you find that you're still not reaching a level of success that you wish you would achieve or that you could achieve. Now, no matter how much hard work we put in, we still find that we aren't necessarily going to reach our goal of success. This is what he's talking about when he says he criticises the hard work that leads to success. Now, moving on, he says, even though opportunities and circumstances and also hidden agendas do play into the equation. So what he's talking about here is a great example would be if, for example, you had a child, 2 children. One was born into a family that had, 2 parents that both did very well in business. Whatever it might be that they do, they have a leg up and they have the ability financially to give their child that leg up as well. Now, for the other child, you think about how maybe their parents aren't set up financially, or they're not in the right business that they'd like to be in, or they're working that 9-to-5 job, meaning they have that mindset of working 9-to-5 to reach your success. Now, the difference between these 2 kids is that there will be opportunities played on one part and not necessarily on the other. One child will have a leg up simply because their parents were financially able to help them, or because they have the knowledge that they can empower their children with, or little things like putting them in the right direction and onto the right path that will help them reach the success that which they want to achieve. Now, for the other child, you might find that even though he dreams big, even though he does think, yes, I can do this, even in my 9-to-5 job, if I work hard, I can become a manager, and then I can, run a few stores, whatever it might be, he's still not going to be able to reach that level of success, because what Malcolm Gladwell talks about is how there are still little things that play a role in all of this, that play into the equation. So opportunities, circumstances, and hidden agendas. So for one parent, it might be a case of they can help their child financially, and for the other, they might not be able to. That's what he's talking about there, guys. So to move on, he says, it makes a difference when and where we grow up. So like I just said with the parents, it does make a difference where their knowledge comes from, what their background is, what we pass on, and what we teach to our children. So, for example, the other child 2, how he didn't have the opportunity financially to do what he wanted because his parents weren't in that position. So he would have to build it from the ground up for himself. But in saying that, his parents don't really know a lot of what he wants to do or the background that goes into it. Therefore, they can't really give him a leg up in knowledge either. He'll have to learn it all by himself. But on the other hand, the first child might find that the parents know quite a bit and that financially they are set up. Therefore, they can help them get to the position that they want to be in to help them move them forward faster. This is what means opportunities, circumstances, and hidden agendas. Now, moving on, guys, he talks about how creating and pursuing opportunities help to engage in deliberate practice. He also says the more deliberate you're creating and... Sorry, guys. Right, so the more that you're practicing your deliberate actions in towards whatever it is you're doing, so creating and tapping into your opportunities, you'll find that there's a higher rate of success and that you will have a better outcome. So you tap into what you're good at. Whatever your strengths are, you'll find that if you tap into these, you'll have a far better chance of achieving the stuff that you want to achieve because you're working on your strengths and not working off of your weaknesses. Number 2, guys, he talks about how with commitment, anyone can become an outlier. So long as you're applying yourself, you'll find that just about anyone, no matter what background you're from, what your family began with, or what you have right now, you can start to learn every day and start putting in the time and effort that it takes to get to where you want to be. Because at the end of the day, the only thing that is based on the only thing that gives us the result that we're looking for is our commitment. Now, he does say have intense commitment. So have absolute driving desire, burning desire to do whatever it is you want to do, to achieve whatever goal you have. Make sure you commit all your time and energy into that, no matter what it is. And he also says that 10,000 hours is what it takes to be successful or to have success and become a master at whatever it is you do. Now, you'll find this is very true for a lot of fields, a lot of different jobs and openings, things like that. People that are in certain fields of work, you'll find that majority of them have put in those 10,000 hours, and that's why they are so good at what they do. So for example, if you were to have a surgeon, say you've got two surgeons, for example, actually, one has put in the 10,000 hours and the other one's only done 100. Who would you choose to do surgery on you? Would you choose the person who's done 100 hours and says, oh yeah, but I think I'm pretty good? Or would you pick the guy who says, hey, I've done 10,000 hours, I can do this blindfolded, I'm really, really good at my job, like whatever it is you need help with, I can do that for you. Would you pick him? Or would you pick the guy that says, hey, I've tried, I did 100 hours, I've studied my books, like I'm pretty sure I know what I'm doing? Who would you put your faith in? So again, those 10,000 hours make all the difference. They make you a master at whatever field of work you're in. Whatever it is you're studying or want to learn, you can find that after those 10,000 hours, you will be so good at what it is you do, you could be classified as a master of it. And number 3, guys, he talks about how high IQ does not lead or increase your chance of success. So just because your IQ is high does not mean that you are better than everyone else. It does not mean that you have a better chance of success than the next person in line. Simply because even though your IQ is high, you have to be able to apply the knowledge that you have. You have to be able to understand and then apply, have application in some form. So it's no different to having an idea and then not applying action to it, because it will stay an idea until we start applying action. Therefore, you will start to find that it will become a reality. Now, moving on, he also says what matters most is practical intelligence. So practical intelligence is where you're able to apply the knowledge that you've got. And he says know what and when to say things. So be aware of the situation that you're in, who you're speaking to, what it is about, and why you're there. Once you're aware of these things, you'll find that you'll start to say things and do things that will help you further the conversation or get you closer towards your goal. So be self-aware when it comes to these sort of things. And what he also says is anything above an IQ of 120 leads to no great attainment of success. So above an IQ of 120, you'll find that there's no real great application of it. Although you might be intelligent, there's no real reason to use all that intelligence in one field, or that you won't be able to apply all of it in one field. Now, he also says success is a function of persistence and commitment. So back to where he says have intense commitment. So success is what is born out of desire, drive, commitment, 100% in, 100% out, whatever it is you're doing, make sure you are all in. Okay, because when you're all in, you'll find that you will do nothing but that. And you will put all your time, energy, and effort into whatever it is you want to achieve or succeed at. But if you're only 99% in, you'll find that you'll start finding ways to get out of whatever it is you're doing to go do something else, whether it be hanging out with friends or going to the movies or, just sitting at home watching Netflix. You'll have that 1% ability, that chance to step away and do something else that isn't leading towards your goal or achievement of success. Sorry, guys. He also says 22 minutes is all it takes. So majority of people quit after 30 seconds. That's in 30 seconds. Now, when you think about it, it only takes 20 seconds of insane courage to do something outside of your comfort zone. Now, this is something that would start pushing you further towards what it is you want to achieve. Because we only achieve success and greatness when we step outside of our comfort zone, when we start doing the things that we didn't think were possible. But 22 minutes is all it takes. So even if you were to start picking up a book today and you only read for 22 minutes, that's all it would take. Because majority of people like I said, after 30 seconds go, it's too hard. Now, you think about that. If the majority of people are quitting after 30 seconds, that puts you in the 1% of people that are actually willing to put in the work, put in the time and the effort, that what it would take to be successful. Now, that means your chances are far greater, far higher than you would think, because if very few people are doing this, then you're not going up against a lot of people. You're not going up against the majority of the world. You're going up against you and a handful of people that are doing the same thing, that want the same thing. Whether your goal might slightly be different, or you want to achieve something else, it's still a degree of success. All right, so to quickly recap all this, guys, for you. He says how outliers are not or do not fit into our conventional understanding of achievement, and that these people are generally not born extraordinary, talented, or fortunate in any way, but they still manage to reach a level of success. Now, he talks about how success is a degree, or has a degree of opportunity, and how on some people, or in some people, or for some people, there are opportunities, circumstances, and hidden advantages that do play a part into the equation of how they got to where they're going. But that doesn't necessarily apply to everyone. Now, it makes a difference when and where we grow up. So even if you grow up in a poor background, you still have the ability to become successful. Now, he does talk about how you need 100% commitment. You need to be fiercely committed to whatever it is you're doing. And 10,000 hours after that, you will be a master at whatever it is you want to do, whatever you want to achieve in life. Now, he also talks about how a high IQ does not necessarily mean your chances of success are greater, or that it's going to increase your chance of success. So even though a high IQ might be nice to have, it won't necessarily benefit you until you start applying knowledge that you have in the field that you care about. So know what and when to say things. Be aware of what it is you're doing, saying, to who it is, in what circumstances. Be self-aware. And success is a function of persistence and commitment. So like I just said, guys, be all in, 100% in, 100% out. You either do it or you don't. Because if you're 99% in, you've still got that 1% where it gives you the opportunity to step away and not fulfill your goals, not reach your dreams. And 22 minutes, guys, is all it takes. Like I said, majority quit after 30 seconds, so your chances are far greater than you think of success. Well, that's all from me tonight, guys. I'll leave it with you. There'll be a lot more of these videos coming for this training series to help you with your personal development goals. But for now, that's all. So until next time, leave a comment below on what you like the most, and I look forward to seeing you next time in Claire's Clues. Bye!